Well, it's about that time for one of these sit down videos again. And I actually quite enjoy doing these because it helps me with my orator skills, if anybody in this generation even knows what the word orator means anymore. Because, I mean, society is declining in intelligence, if we're being completely honest with ourselves here. And also, it just kind of is therapy for me. But I had this revelation while I was doing the dishes. And after I had a goon session, which I was hoping to be done with several years ago. Fair warning, I'm going to be brutally honest. I like to be brutally honest. That's just my personality. But I'm gooning. Yeah, I gooned. I admit it, I gooned. I've been trying to do the whole no-fap thing, semen retention thing for a while now. I've even told other people to do it. And I felt kind of like a hypocrite because I was like, how am I going to tell people to do something that I don't even have like a good grasp on? But that's the thing. I mean, regardless if you aren't practicing the thing or not, what's the saying? Do as I say, not as I do. Even though I am trying to actually improve myself, it's quite difficult, but I have to give myself grace because I know that I'm headed in the right direction, but the progress is just not as fast as I would have hoped for it to be. But that's just how it is in life sometimes. These things take time, and with social media and quick meals and fast food drive-throughs and all this quick entertainment and quick fixes and all those things, we as humans can get caught up in thinking that results can be instantaneous. Like going to the gym. You see fat people now just taking Ozempic when you just need to get yourself in the gym. Or if you have a hormonal condition, get yourself a blood test, get on a medication, and then start going to the gym and eating healthy. But regardless, the revelation I had was that I never realized up until tonight at 8:55 p.m., well, a little bit before that, but 8:55 p.m., I did not realize how fucked my brain was from such an early age. I mean, I hit the unholy trifecta of pornography, gambling, and weed. I don't really like alcohol. Thank God I don't like alcohol, but definitely weed for sure. Like 13, I was even younger than that, like 10, 11 when I got introduced to like softcore stuff. Like, I don't know if anybody remembers on YouTube, but this is going to sound really crazy, but like there's literally like you could search up videos of girls kissing. Like I remember I was at my cousin's house and like we were watching like videos of like girls kissing or like the SpongeBob video. I don't know what the fuck was on YouTube back in the day, but like some SpongeBob like kissing Patrick. I don't even know what the fuck. Who gave us as like little elementary school kids internet access? Like what actually? I'm surprised that didn't turn out worse because I really have had moments where I felt like I was gonna be like a stowaway somewhere. Like it's actually insane. Gambling. If you're in America, I think you know what like arcades are, like Dave and Buster's. That's where I got my addiction from. Actually, even before Dave and Buster's, like you remember those stacker machines or like Keymaster, the arcade machines where like you could obviously put your money in and then play the game, and then the very top major prize was like an iPod or like a PlayStation or like a gift card. Like those machines, I mean, I've played those religiously, and I have won those. Like I have one from those machines before. I've gotten the gift cards. I've gotten a PlayStation Vita back in the day when that was relatively new. I've gotten like what else? I can't even remember, but yeah, stuff like that. And then it turned from that. The arcade machines slowly turned into CS:GO case addiction and gambling skins, and then gambling skins turned into actual like poker and blackjack and slot machines as of nowadays, which I don't do anymore. I don't gamble anymore. I self-excluded. Has just ruined me. Like, I honestly have to pat myself on the back. But before I do that, also nicotine, like high school, 17 years old when I took my first puff of a vape. Juuls, those were the things back in the day. Those were the devices to get. If you were a fiend for nicotine, a Juul pod was your best friend. Shout out the Mango Juul pod, though, the best Juul pod of all time. That got me into weed. First edible, also, I was like 17 or 18 actually, because I graduated high school when I first took my first edible. And then, edible turned into smoking a cart turned into just hanging out with friends and doing whatever, smoking, all that stuff, whatever. So I really do have to pat myself on the back. Like, I have been through the gauntlet of addiction, and I do believe I have gotten the addictive genes from my great grandmother. She was an alcoholic. She was addicted to alcohol, and she went to rehab. I'm pretty sure. And I definitely have that addictive personality. Anything I put my hands to, anything I set my mind to, I'm just 100%. I'm either 0 or 100. There is no in between. And that goes for anything positive, and that can also go for anything negative as well. So it's good to acknowledge and be self-aware of these things. And the hard part is changing, but I'm giving myself grace and realizing that it's been a long battle since deciding I've wanted to change for the longest. And I mean, this has been years and years and years and years and years in the making. Longer for some things and shorter for others, but years nonetheless. But just I can't even, my poor dopamine receptors, like I can't even begin to imagine like how astronomically fucked my brain is and even was just being exposed to all those things. Like, genuinely, I don't even know how I'm still here. Like, just purely based off of like how much these things have caused me to have emotional meltdowns, like gambling, losing a bunch of money, just in that in of itself, just emotional meltdown. And then of course like smoking and all that stuff, like to cover up the insecurities on the inside or just feelings of loneliness and the pornography and all those things. Like, only by the grace of God, that's what I can say. And he's graceful and merciful that he's not going to punish me for having done those things or even still doing some of those things. Really the main thing now I'm struggling with is like nicotine and pornography. Nicotine, I wouldn't say is so much of a struggle, but I'm also trying to stop that because I know it messes with your sperm count. So I was on the velos. I'm not smoking nicotine and I'm not smoking weed anymore. I did relapse. I must admit that video I made where I said I quit weed for 30 days, like literally New Year's Day or like New Year's Eve, I smoked a bunch and then I just hadn't been able to quit up until a few weeks ago. So that was fun. And nicotine, I don't touch the vapes anymore. I can't touch the vapes anymore. Just the chemicals, it's too much for me. So I just went to the Zins and like the Velos, if anybody knows what those are. But the little pouches and stuff like that. And like I said before, it messes with your sperm count and whatnot. So, I'm actually trying to have like not retarded kids when I'm older. So, or actually I want to be fertile. Let's start off with that as well. I just want to be able to actually have kids. So, I mean, I'm healthy, but I've had some health challenges before and I don't really need to add anything else to that list. So to exacerbate that, or make my health worse or my like physically or mentally. So it's, self-awareness is good. And wow, it's just crazy. Like, just imagine what they're doing to the kids now. Not only are they Like, not only is the internet like accessible to like everybody nowadays, like, I mean, you got kids super young talking about like things they really shouldn't be talking about, like adult themes that they really shouldn't be talking about, and it makes me uncomfortable, especially when like I play a game and I play with like younger people, and like they bring these things up, and I'm just like, I'm a grown ass man, like I'm not really trying to entertain this conversation. I don't really think this is an appropriate conversation to entertain. And then I just like feel bad, like I'm just like, they are purposefully making you guys dumber and making you addicted just like I was. And it's worse for you because you're even less educated than I am. So I can't even imagine. So if you stumble across this video and you're someone that's younger and you have dipped into these things, or you're thinking about dipping into these things, please don't. It's not worth it in the end. The price you pay is later on. And you don't know that you are truly addicted to something until you try to stop. And you think it's all fun and games now, and you think it's just whatever, just the little quick hit for pleasure, the quick little nut for a few seconds of dopamine. Like, it's really not worth it. Like, it really isn't. I'm not even going to get into the spiritual implications of things, like, well, yeah, I'm having sex with my girlfriend. Like, well, I'm a Christian, so I believe you shouldn't be having sex, period, until you get married. But that's a whole nother conversation. Like, it's just insane. So yeah, just don't do it. And the first step is admitting that there is a problem to begin with. And sometimes it's not even your fault. Like, these things can be subtle, and that's the crazy part. But if you want to, you can change. And I will be living proof of that, because I've already proved to myself that I have been able to change. Not on my own strength. I mean, in my own strength a little bit, but mostly not in my strength, because God does things in such a way that he gets the glory for it, and he does it in such a way that we can't even understand at times. But, yeah, it just makes me sad. It really does. Like, society really is built to just poison us on every single level, mentally, physically, and spiritually. But that's all I really wanted to talk about. I just wanted to get that off my chest, and I hope if this really resonates with somebody, that you just know that there are people like you out here that are struggling. You're not alone. It does get better, but you have to take the initiative and trust in God. So, yeah, if you enjoyed, like this video, subscribe, whatever. I don't really care. I don't really care to be famous or any of those things anymore. I just want money. And this is the only way I know how to do it, / want to do it. So I guess I kind of do want to be famous, but I mean, I kind of just want the money, and I just want to help people at the same time, to be completely honest with you. And I just want to have fun with this thing and be educational and all those things. But yeah, I'm out.